before I start, I'm going to introduce Alan Buell, who's the Director of Special Events here. He's the reason we're able to use the Eastman Museum for this. And Alan and I have been doing this show now for a number of years. Alan's got some special connections to naturalizations, and I think it's important to hear from him. Alan?
Thank you. Please be seated. I feel so powerful saying that. Please be seated. Well, good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you all here to the George Eastman Museum. You're sitting in the Dryden Theater, which is something that was added on to this complex back in 1950 by George Eastman's niece. As Judge Warren said, this is very special to me because I've been through it with someone who means the world to me and to my life. So I remember the moment, I think it was 7 years ago now, and I remember the room, I remember who we were sitting with, I remember getting there at 9:30 in the morning and thinking, when does this start? I remember everything about it, and you are going to remember everything about today, forever, forever. So 25 years from now, when someone says, oh, where did you become a citizen, or what was your event like? You're going to say it was at the Eastman Mansion in Rochester. And you're going to remember this room. You're going to remember who's sitting next to you. You're going to remember me and Judge Warren. I can't tell you how it touched my life. And I remember the struggle of going through years of paperwork and money and confusion. And the moment that it happened, it was just that moment that you'll never forget. And I want you just to realize that. And I know what you're feeling. So it means the world to me that you're here. When I went through the ceremony, I went out in the hallway and I said to the immigration folks, how can we do this? I have a facility in Rochester. We did ours at Rockport College. I told you, I'll never forget it. They said, well, they told me everything we needed to do. And I said, we'll do it. I want to do this. And here we are, I think it again 7 years later, and we do 2 a year because it means the world to me and I want it to mean the world to you. So, congratulations to you all. Now I'm going to do some of the boring housekeeping things. In case of an emergency, we have exits in the balcony, and we have exits on both sides of the stage. And I'm going to ask you all to join me right now. Pull out that cell phone, silence your cell phone or put it on vibrate. You can absolutely take pictures, but we just don't want your phone ringing in the middle of the ceremony. And just for fun and for the Eastman House Instagram page as well as our website, get those flags out, get them out, wave them. Here we go, ready? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Hold on one more time. Make y'all celebrities, okay? That's amazing. Thank you. Okay. So now my last thing, and then the reason you're here, you're actually going to get to it. When this event is over this morning, we want you to know you have access to the entire Eastman Museum. You are our guests, you and your family. You can exit this theater on either side of the stage. If you turn to the right, you will head to George Eastman's mansion, which is the jewel of this community. It's quite spectacular. It's the largest house in the city of Rochester. It's 35,000 square feet for one guy. Today, you are here at a very special time because the gingerbread show just opened. So all these little ones in here, they will eat this up. They will love it, but don't eat it. So you can go and you can take pictures of your family and on the beautiful staircase and really enjoy the museum. If you turn to the left, you'll head down to the archive building where you signed in this morning. Remember, many of you signed in? And we have a fantastic exhibition right now that a year ago at this event, one of our staff members became a citizen. And she's from Finland, and some of our curators were here because they wanted to support her, and they were so touched by this event that they curated an exhibition about immigrant photographers. So there's an exhibition here today specifically for you about people who've come from all over the world to the United States and made a career out of photography, and their exhibitions are display is on the wall for you. It's in the far gallery. So I gotta be quiet because now it's time for you to become citizens. So have a fantastic day. Congratulations. My friend Judge Warren, it's all yours.
and say good morning and welcome to the George Eastman Museum. As he mentioned, I'm Judge Warren. I'm one of the federal court judges that sit here in Rochester. And I'm happy to be joined today by Judge Mark Peterson. Mark is the newest federal judge serving in Rochester, and he was sworn in less than 48 hours ago. In fact, the paint is still wet on him. So I'm going to tell you something that I believe is historically accurate. I don't believe any federal judge in the history of the United States has ever, as their first official act, administered the oath of citizenship to anybody. Typically, they go to court first. Mark hasn't been there yet. Guess what he's going to do today? He's going to administer your oath of citizenship. So, as far as I'm concerned, it couldn't be cooler for you or for Judge Peterson. So I hope you get a kick out of it. That's why he's here today, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks for being here. Of all of the official acts the federal judges are permitted to perform, presiding in a naturalization ceremony is the most important. I promise you that all of us, Judge Peterson, myself, and everyone else here, is excited for you and proud of you. And before I continue with the program, there are some people that we need to thank and acknowledge for being here. First, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Service Officer Sonia Troxy. Sonia and I don't know how many of these we've done together, but the very first one I did, I was a little bit nervous. I was really nervous. And Sonia had me put a paper clip in my shoe. And I still have the paper clip, so before we came in today, I gave Judge Peterson a paper clip to put in his shoe. So the world has come full circle. The next, I want to thank the Monroe County American Legion, particularly Sharon Beck, is it? Beaky. Hi Sharon, how are you? Thanks for being here. The Daughters of the American Revolution, particularly Joan Halstead. The League of Women Voters, particularly Lois Wintercorn, Margaret Sapinski, Joan Kane DeMott, I'm sorry. You're all here, right? The Passport Agency, who you saw out in the hallway, particularly Jim Thies, Tricia Saucier, Charles Herman, Tony Anastas, and Chris Knapp. Thank you for being here. Our musical artists today are Skylark, made up of performers Glenda Brayman, Heather Hutton, Jeff Harp, and Phil Marino. Thank you folks for being here. And finally, I want to thank Rochester's historical gem, and that's the George Eastman Museum, especially Alan Buell. And I don't know if you know what a big deal it is, what kind of strings Alan had to pull to get us here. But Alan pulled those strings, and he's managed to allow us to be here twice a year for the last 5 years. So thank you to Alan. I really appreciate it. Today we welcome 91 candidates from 43 countries who, in a few short minutes, will become the newest citizens of the United States of America. And I want to emphasize one word before I say another one. That word is welcome. You are about to become American citizens, and you are welcome here. Your vitality, your ideas, your ideals, and your culture are all welcome here. Welcome also to your family, your friends, and those that help you reach this important milestone in your lives. At this point, I want to hand it off to our musical guests, and they're going to perform 2 songs for us. Come on up, the stage is yours. Skylark is going to do God Bless America and 59th Street Bridge. Did I get that right?
Happy day, and we're starting with a happy song. You all will know it as Feeling Groovy, not 59th Street Bridge.
See, one of the things I do with these things is I usually make a lot of mistakes. That's my second one. I was supposed to tell you to sit down at the beginning. I forgot to do that too. The stage is yours.
Slow down when you your flowers growing, ain't enough no rhymes for me. Got no days to do, no promises to keep, and I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time draw upon its paths on me. Life, I love you, everything is repair.
As officer proxy of the United States Immigration Service, wish to make a motion for the court to consider.
Your Honor, it is my pleasure to introduce 91 candidates for United States citizenship. They come from 43 countries of the world, including Angola, Argentina, Bangladesh, Barbados, Bhutan, Brazil, Burma, Cambodia, Cameroon, Canada, China, Congo, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Dominica, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Greece, Guatemala, India, Iran, Iraq, Italy, Jamaica, Korea, Liberia, Mexico, Moldova, Morocco, Nepal, Netherlands, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, Russia, Somalia, Sudan, Taiwan, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Vietnam, and Yemen. Your Honor, each person has come forward voluntarily to state his or her own personal declaration of independence from all former allegiances and loyalties, just as our forefathers did over 240 years ago. Each candidate is of good moral character, attached to the ideals and principles of the United States, and eligible for citizenship upon all respects upon taking the prescribed oath of allegiance to the United States and its Constitution. I now ask that all candidates for naturalization to please stand and remain standing until the oath of allegiance is administered. Your Honor, the candidates are ready for the oath.
Your motion is most enthusiastically granted. Are you ready to become American citizens? Yes. Sure? I will read the first part of this oath, after which I will ask you to say I do, and then we'll do the second part. Would you please raise your right hand? I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen. Please state, I do. Now the remainder is a repeat after me. That I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law. That I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by law. That I will perform work of national importance when required by law. And that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the newest citizens of the United States of America. Well, would you please be seated? I don't know about you, but I think Judge Peterson did a pretty good job for his first time. It's customary for the presiding judge to offer a few remarks, and I'm going to keep my remarks brief today so we can get to the fun part of the program, which is handing out your certificates. I want our newest American citizens to know that it's my very great honor to be the second person to welcome you and to say to you, my fellow citizens of the United States of America, congratulations and welcome. As the newest citizens of the United States, I want to ask you a question. I'd like you to answer it, each of you, quietly in your heart. There's not going to be another test today, I promise. Here's the question. What does it mean for each of you to be an American citizen? What does it really mean? Well, surely each of you probably have a different answer because we're all unique. But I hope you'll allow me to suggest one answer that fits all of you. It means that as of 2 minutes ago, each of you is as much an American as someone whose family that may have been here for 10 generations or more. We are all equal as Americans. That's what our founding fathers taught us 242 years ago. That's what really makes us Americans. Each of you and me and all of us, we are all equally American. No one is more American or better than you or me. No one. Not George Washington, not Abraham Lincoln. Nobody. That's what today really means for all of you. And that's why today, and every time we administer the oath to new American citizens, we all pause to celebrate our collective freedoms. So please, if you remember nothing else I say today, and you probably won't, remember this. As citizens of the United States of America, we are all equally Americans. And you are welcome as American citizens. Today is an extraordinarily important day for your families, and for your fellow citizens. Please remember the hard work, the dedication, and the sacrifices you made to earn the right to United States citizenship. Remember the pride and the joy that you feel right now. And remember why you decided to become a citizen of the United States. And please never allow yourself or your fellow citizens to take this citizenship for granted. As you know from your studies, America was founded upon an idea. And that idea is that all men and women are created equal, that we are all endowed with certain liberties. And among those are the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Our Declaration of Independence serves to remind us of the power of ideas. And history teaches us, and unfortunately the daily news reminds us, that our democracy is precious and can become very fragile if not respected by every American citizen. Your decision to become citizens of the United States gives us all reason to pause today and remember just how precious this democracy is and how fortunate we all are to be citizens of this country. It also gives us a reason to pause today to remember that the American ideals of optimism, inclusivity, generosity are all still alive. And by becoming American citizens, you need to help ensure that those ideals remain vibrant. We do not become a better country by marginalizing other people. We do not become a better country by promoting intolerance for other people or other points of view. We do not become a better country through isolationism. We do become a better country by remaining inclusive and generous and kind and open-minded. And I hope you will remember that. As you also know from your studies, with your new rights come new responsibilities. As American citizens, you need to always try to set an example of what it means to be a good citizen. So how do you do that? Let me suggest a few easy ways. First, by voting. In every election, big and small. On rainy days, and snowy days, and sunny days. It's your duty as an American citizen to exercise that right to vote. Please don't take the right for granted. It matters, it's a big deal, so vote. The second way is by serving on jurors when you're summoned. Don't complain about it and don't try to get out of it, like my wife, who's a naturalized British citizen, does every time she gets summoned. Go to court and serve your time. Our system only works when citizens agree to serve on jurors. That's what makes our system different and what makes our system work. The third way you can be a good citizen is support education. And you can do that simply by remaining curious and interested in learning and teaching others. And finally, in my opinion, you can set an example of good citizenship by simply giving back to the community. You can do that easily by volunteering. You can volunteer your time, your talent, or sharing your culture to help make our community and our country a better place. It will not put a penny in your pocket, but it will enrich your life and the lives of all those you touch in ways that money will never be able to. So by your acts of good citizenship, you will breathe life into the ideals upon which our Declaration of Independence is based. And you, each and every one of you, will help ensure our American system of democracy works, and that the United States remains a beacon of hope and a place of genuine and heartfelt inclusiveness and optimism. So in closing, let me say again, it's my very great honor to congratulate you on becoming our newest citizens of the United States and to welcome you as Judge Peterson and my fellow citizens, and thank you all for letting us be part of your special day. Congratulations. Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance. Led by would you please stand and join Mr. Young in reciting the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which they stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now please remain standing while Skylark sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's first gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the warriors brave the most bursting airs, speak through the night, and our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thanks to Skylark for that great presentation. You can all please be seated. We're at that part of the program where we hand out your certificates. And what we're going to do, Officer Cox is going to call the name of each person. Judge Peterson and I took the coin beforehand, and he drew this lane, and I drew that lane. So the folks over here will have wonderful pictures. And the people over here, I apologize in advance, I have really big ears. There's not much I can do about it. And my law clerk, Mrs. Sirianni, is going to shuttle the back and forth. And I hope you have a good time. If you don't get pictures, it's your fault, not ours. So get your pictures, okay? Of course.
Yadu Prasad Magar from Bhutan. Humberto Rosa from Cuba. If you're upstairs, you can come down now and just have stand in the back of the room for us. I'll show you how this is done. Abdullah Shadow Moody from Somalia. Monique Malby from Rwanda. Naja Wahi Jadia Alfari from Iraq. Sarah Hussein Afari from Iraq. Stay there on that side. Jafari Farhan Afari from Iraq. Bernard Vernon Conway Coulive from Netherlands. Julia Karchenko from Ukraine. Zad Naderi from Afghanistan. Lisa Marta Ababasi from Angola. Rajneesh Bharadwaj from India. Irene Feng Johnson from Taiwan. Aniela Nicole De La Rosa Jimenez from Dominican Republic. Ariana Calvo from Mexico. Tobias Andrew Shepherd from the United Kingdom.
Who's going to take a picture of Obey? Who's going to take a picture of Obey?
Yoselin Pichardo from Dominican Republic. Rolandi Diago Portillo from Cuba.
That's never happened.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the number to my husband and I need to do more. Anna Pitkova from Ukraine.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Do over.
Nisar Yusuf from Pakistan.
I'm not sure if they're really bad or really good.
Stephen James Kapoor from India. Christian Dalmas Mendoza Melo from Dominican Republic.
Looking for it. Sorry.
You okay?
Kwasari Mohammed Al-Ali from Iraq. We don't have 80 more.
I thought that girl was really, I thought she was Filipino.
Chad Ryan Salam from Bhutan.
Should ask her grandma to watch the kids. She's
switch, Bella Gandhi from Canada. From Philippines. Bay May from Burma.
They got 80 more.
Anand Sharma from Nepal. Shoshana Salon Loza from Jamaica. Myung-Jil Arso from South Korea. Vincent Woldia from Eritrea. Smriti Jacob from India. Ekaterini Kolakouris from Greece. Shiton Wangwaka from Bhutan. Ekaterina Jones from Russia. Mushtaq Ahmed Majoka from Pakistan. Yasmino Furman Cabrera from Dominican Republic.
She's sleeping? Yeah. She told me she was
Michelle Diane Wharton from Barbados.
You gotta pee, right?
We down to 60. Elena Watchell from Russia. Asia Sabri from the United Kingdom.
That's why she's sometimes she's Russian.
Kumari Chetri from Bhutan. You need help? Pressure. Evelyn Ann Patak Mercader from Philippines. Anisat Leila Ahmed Mutana from Yemen. Hasnafari from Morocco. Shihua Lu from Taiwan. Sudarshan Jayamaran from India. Rajeshwar Ari Verma Fryer from, Iyer from India. Rita Nichelle from Canada. Manaj Ramachandran from India. John Richard Craig Panagan Batayo from Philippines. Switch. Rosemary Mele Panagan Mataria from Philippines. Lorraine Ardella Panagan from Philippines. Nadezhda Pagar from Moldova. Satin Baran